everyone, it's Tanny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have to check out the STARLIT shop and check out the new items there just to see what's worth picking up or not. So I'm going to buy everything out and we're going to go over all the different things you can get and we'll decide if it's worth it or not. So this is our STARLIT shop here. First of all, we have this happy birthday duo action pose. This is only one like little star crystal thing. What are these things called again? STARLIT crystals. But this is only one, so I mean that's instantly worth it. If it only costs one, it's like it's irrelevant. We then have this hat, which is Sanctified Love. I think I like this cute little crown thing. Very, very cute. It reminds me of like the Animal Crossing crown. Then we have this duo pose, Who Am I? We'll have to check that one out. Then we have Elegant Poise. I've seen people using that in the photos. I think I'm excited for that one. Sincere Wishes. We have Spectating Left, and then there's Spectating Right, which might be fun to use. We then have this Night Breeze Invitation dress. So we'll pick that up. We then have Sunny Invitation. I actually picked this up on my alt account. I actually really like this dress. Then we have Breezy Steps, Tap Tap Away, and then we have the Stopped Feather Hat and the Fashionable Heart. So they are all our items here. It's not, I don't feel like it's too expensive of a shop, to be fair. In terms of permanent, I'm not sure if there was anything new. I don't think there was. I will probably buy some of these bits and pieces at some point. But let's check out all the poses and the clothing. Okay, so this is the Elegant Poise pose. I quite like this. I think this is quite cute. I'm just realizing I'm holding this handheld, so it's really not going to work very well. Same for these. Oh my god, although I absolutely love that. So this is Spectating Left and then this one's Spectating Right. But actually with the handheld like this, I kind of love this. I kind of love this. Okay, I'm going to get rid of my handheld because I completely forgot about that, and then we'll come back in. Okay, so now I have got rid of my handheld. This is the Elegant Poise. You can see she brings her hand to kind of like her chest and everything like that. I absolutely adore this. I actually think this is a really cute pose, to be honest. I think this is very, very cute. And then like she raises her head there. Like, I think that's cute. Like, obviously I don't think I'm in the best outfit. I think if you were in like a really royal regal outfit it would work so well, but this is cute. We then have the pose Sincere Wishes. This is cute. Just kind of got our hands clasped together there. I like this. It does remind me of a pose we already have, which is this one, the Praying Hands. So, but this one's a bit more like sad, a bit more somber, lower down, whereas this is maybe a bit more like hopeful prayers kind of thing. So a bit more dynamic than the original one, but still quite cute. Then we have Spectating Left, where she puts her hand up. If you were right next to an item, you could obviously make it look like you were leaning against a certain item, which I think is pretty cool, you know. I think that's pretty fun, to be fair. Let me do that. Yeah, like that. I think that's cool. I think that's pretty cool. And then we have the same on this side as well. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of fun poses. I saw someone who, I think they were leaning up against a door or a building or somewhere, and they used this pose and it looked very, very cool. Very kind of casual and nonchalant, if that makes sense. We are then gonna do the duo poses just to check those out as well. This is our first animation, which is Who Am I? So someone comes up from behind, they cover the eyes, and then it's like, oh, it's me. Okay, so let's Try and do that again. I think that's cute. Especially that one where they get kind of close. I wish there was a way to like pause this kind of thing so that you could really get like the picture really fast and stuff, but there isn't like a way to do it. But like this is cute. This is really cute. I think this would make for some fun photos. So I do really like that pose. I think it's pretty good. And then if we come down here and look at the birthday one, she pulls out a cake. That is cute. There's happy birthday music. Oh my god, that's so cute. The fact that there's like happy birthday music as well. I adore that. I think that's so cute. Yeah, that's adorable. Yeah, that's cute. That's very, very cute. I do like that. I just wish, like, this is something I've said before. With this dual thing, I wish there was a way to access it in, like, the camera mode, to be honest, because, like, jumping back and forth is really difficult, I think. And I wish there was a way to kind of, like, pause this, or if this had, like, the camera mode settings as well. But in terms of the poses, I do like the poses. I think Sincere Wishes isn't one that I would rush to grab because it is so similar to something we already have. But I do like, for the most part, I like all those. Now, why don't we get into the clothing? Because I think that's one of the big parts of this is the outfits. So we're gonna, what was that from? Oh, this was from my leveled up outfit. I was like, where did that dress come from? I was like, who is she? Who is she? Okay, let's come into dresses again. Okay, so this was the first one. So this is Sunny Invitation. I love this. Like, look at the detail on here. There's like some sort of like deer or horses. I can't quite tell if it's like, because it looks like it has ears, but maybe that's just the floral details behind. So maybe it is a horse. We've got some kind of like floral embellishments here. It does run round. It reminds me, it feels very medieval-esque in a way. It kind of has that vibe to me. Love the detail in here on this hanging bit with the flowers. I think that's really cute. I actually really love this one. I think this is so cute. And then we have this one here, which again, I think has that same, yeah, they are horses. They are horses. And then like some kind of floral embellishments and stuff. This has the like sleeves that come up to the hand. This is basically almost like a darker colorway, but it's still very, very cute. I just think I prefer the silhouette of this one a little bit more. We then have the shoes. So our first set of shoes are these Tap Tap Away. I'm not particularly fond of these. They're a unique style. We don't have too many shoes that look like this, but it's just not my aesthetic, to be honest. It's not something I would usually pick up. If I'm honest, I would probably, if I was wearing this, I'd probably go for more of like a sandal look for it kind of thing. I think that's probably like a more likely, or some sort of like almost like flats like this, but obviously in a color palette to suit. We then have Breezy Steps, which again I think is a very similar shape to this one. So I'm not particularly fond of it. I do like the bow on the front, but it's just not, it's not the one I'd go for. I think these shoes are meant for this one. I think. Maybe these, I don't know. I can't really tell, to be honest. But yeah, I'm not like overly fond of the shoes. I think they would be an easy pass for me if I was honest. Let's take a look at the hat accessories. So we have a few different ones. We have this beret, which I believe is meant to tie into the other outfit, I would guess. I mean, I don't think they match aesthetically necessarily, but I don't know, with the dark color palette, and then this one's lighter. So maybe this is meant to match with this. I still think they're kind of, they're a bit odd. They don't match up 100%. I don't actually really like these hats. I think we've got nicer fitting berets, and I'm not particularly fond of this style in general. But the crown, okay, I love the crown. The crown is cute. Okay, like imagine that on, oh my god, I need to find the hairstyle. There's a particular hairstyle I want to pull out. You're probably already guessing what it is. But let's try and find it. There she is. Look at that. Tell me that's cute. I mean, maybe I don't have the best like face makeup for this. Maybe I need to find something else. But like, that's cute. I think that's cute. And then like, if you had it with like, let me try and find a dress like this. Look at that. That's a cute combo. I know this is the recent 5-star, but like, that's cute. I definitely think there's other ones like this. The Gothic Bride. Oh yeah, she's slay. I love that. I'm sure there's like any of these princessy kind of gown attires work well, I think, for it, if I'm honest. Like, yeah, it's cute. It's cute. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I think it's cute. I think it's cute. Like maybe this in a different color option. I love it. I think it's cute. Okay, the hat for me, this crown is a must-have. I really like the crown. I think it's very, very cute. So yeah, it's a plus from me. It's a plus from me. So yeah, that does it for my breakdown of the STARLIT shop items. I think there's definitely a few good items in there. It's definitely not my favorite STARLIT shop. I think they did really good in terms of the poses. With this STARLIT shop, I think the poses were a bit stronger than some of the outfit pieces. That's just my personal opinion, of course. But yeah, I think they weren't too bad. They weren't too bad. But you'll have to let me know what you think of the STARLIT shop items. Are there any that you're going to be picking up, or are you saving your STARLIT crystals for perhaps a better store? I stockpile my crystals so I can buy them out every day. If you do the Sea of Stars each day, you should be able to keep up with everything that's in there. But of course, if you're someone who doesn't get to play very often, if you are not the kind of player that logs in daily, you might be a bit more limited in what you can purchase. So hopefully this does help you out a little bit. But yeah, that's the STARLIT shop. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. Feel free to subscribe for more Infinity Nikki content, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye guys! I want to say a huge thanks to our super top members, Angry Shroom, Spread Lake, and Caroline Rose. Thank you so much for going above and beyond for support on this channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.